What's up, y'all? It's your girl Malika checking in with another episode of From the Block Podcast. And we have a very, very, very special guest today. Give it up for Haha Davis, Mr. Big Fella himself. How you doing?
I like people like say your name. Like I don't know if I should clap for myself or like
No, clap for
say
yourself.
what
You
up.
deserve it.
Yeah.
How was your show last night?
It was dope. Like,
Really?
State Farm Arena was crazy last night.
Yeah, I know y'all sold out that show. And then what state was y'all in previously?
Last weekend we was in Tampa Bay and then we did Orlando.
So, like, was it always your goal to be a stand-up comedian, or do you think that's just something that just came into play?
Yeah, no, it's just something that came into play. My ultimate goal was to like be an actor. I wanted to be like
Yeah.
The Denzel Washington in the
Because you did your thing on that Apple Music, not Apple Music, that show on Apple TV.
Which one?
You know, the, what was it called? I think it was like First Stand-Up. It was something that you was like the lead role in it. How you gonna forget your own resume?
No, I didn't know which, because I've done so much, I didn't know exactly what you was talking about. You talking stealing jokes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
It was dope. That was my first lead role too, so it was dope.
Yeah. So how did you get on We Them Ones tour?
Mike Epps. Mike always had love for me, and he always been trying to get me on the tour for like the last 2-3 years, and then he had called me again this year and was like, how you getting down? I was like, if I don't do it this year, he ain't gonna fuck with me no more. I have to go
Yeah.
be with bro. But yeah, it was Mike Epps for sure though.
So are you mindful with the jokes that you tell since we're in a particular climate? Or are you just like, well, you know, my audience is my audience. I'm just gonna be me.
No, you definitely mindful because like the world is sensitive. It ain't what it used to be. But like certain comedians, they just say what they want and don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I ain't one of those comedians. I'm gonna stick to what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Corey Holcombs of the world, they don't give a fuck. They gonna say what they feel on their mind. So
No, facts. Okay, so you're doing big stages currently. Did it ever hurt your pride previously when you had to perform in small comedy clubs despite having such a large social media presence?
No, not really, because when I first started doing stand-up, they had threw me in front of 4,000 people, but I wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go back to the comedy club just to figure out how to write a joke and tell a joke. And we did that for like 2 years before we even went in front of crowds beyond 200 or 300 people, because the comedy clubs hold like 200 to 300 people, but them theaters be like 1,000 to 2,500 people.
Yeah.
But they humbled me early. 'Cause I thought, hey, I'm famous on the internet.
Yeah.
I can do whatever.
Yeah.
Shit, you could have heard a mouse drop a pin in that motherfucker.
But I think it speaks a lot on your character too, because I feel like most people, especially in the position that you're in, they would have been like, well, I mean, I don't really have to do this.
Yeah.
But that shows like, you know, you really take your art seriously. And that's like that really speaks volumes.
Definitely.
So, I mean, you've been doing your thing since 2015. It's been a decade.
Yeah.
So, like, how has your posting strategy changed since then?
When I first started, I was posting like damn near 7 days a week. Like now I might just post once a week just because I got so much going on. But
Yeah.
like on Mondays, we might film like 5 to 10 videos just so we have it in our phone because we don't know where we're going to be at in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I only post on the internet like once a week now. It was different then. Like when we was trying to become somebody, then it was like 7 days a week, but now we just only post once a week. We need to start posting more again just so we get the engagement back like we once had it. I mean, they still engaged, but...
Yeah. No, because my follow up to that was, do you think that you're like starving your audience in a way?
Yeah, you are though, because I ain't gonna lie, I had a cousin that died, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And this is good context. But I had a cousin that died, and I posted about my cousin for 3 days. And somebody had the nerve to DM me and say, hey, your cousin died 3 days ago, post a video. I said, y'all motherfuckers don't care about nothing.
Damn.
It was crazy.
Yo, that leads me to my next thing because, like I said, like you are a comedian and, you know, you do your thing, people laugh, ha, ha, ha. But what do you do in those moments where, you know, situations like that happen, like real life happens?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have that space to just generally say, yo, like, I'm really not in the mood for this, please leave me alone? Or do you feel like when you do open up like that, people are kind of like, oh, ha, ha, go tell some jokes?
Yeah, no, I think you just take that time to yourself and you don't put it out to the internet because, like, they see you as this comedian all the time. Like, and we be needing to laugh too, though. Like, because we always giving out the laughter. Sometimes we might go places like, bro, we want to hear some jokes and we want somebody to make us laugh.
Yeah.
But, you just leave certain things where they at because a lot of times people they don't give a fuck. The fans don't care at all. So you just be off the internet for like 2-3 weeks. And when y'all hear from me, y'all hear from me. But when you're going through things, people don't really care about that. Like,
no, that's
it's almost like you work for them.
That's
right.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So, but where do you find that balance though? Like, what do you generally say where it's like, okay, well, I know this is a job, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm a human being. Please leave me alone.
I think the balance is like just taking time for yourself because the internet don't really care what you got going on for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like you almost getting laughed at if you like putting everything that you got going on in your life out to the internet. Don't nobody really care about your personal life.
That's true.
Like the people that you know care about you, you gotta go be with them and then stay off the internet. Like I go be with the friends that I know I grew up with or people I know care about me and they not gonna treat me as hard days. I'm Carlos to them.
Yeah.
So I go hang out with them. Like, all right, I need to be off the internet for 6 to 7 days.
And
I do that sometimes. Some days I might not post for like 2-3 weeks. I just want to be around family and friends, and because they accept you for who you are. Like that's the job. You work for them. It's almost like you got to go. When I get on Instagram, I'm clocking in.
That's true.
That's my 9 to 5.
That's true. So what you do is a business, right? And you know how some people say like, okay, well, when you do start a business in that first year, if you're not making money, then just, hang it up flat screen.
Yeah.
So what's your response to that? Because I know you've been on your grind, like I said, for a little over a decade.
Yeah. I mean, the first year, because it took me 3 years to become who I was.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you really believe in it and you know it's working, sometimes, hey, listen, slow grind better than no grind, as long as you grinding. And then it got to a place where my mama wanted me to, like, it's time for you to go get a job. Because for 3 years, I was in her basement, like, trying to become somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got up to 200K followers. That's why I hacked my page. I had to start all the way over. And she like, it might be time to just go get a job. Like, no, mama, this finna work. So for me to just to stick to what I felt like was plan A and plan B.
Yeah.
And then do it, I feel like that slow grind is everything. But the first year don't mean nothing. It's just a slow grind. Everything is slow grind. You got to just keep going. If you truly believe in it, you got to just keep going.
Yeah.
For sure.
Elaborate on what you just said a little bit more when, okay, you was on the grind, you had 200K followers, your engagement was, going up, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got hacked. Because I really, at that point, you really just could have said, okay, F it. Like, I'm really not doing this.
I was there.
I bet.
I was there.
So, like, what generally just caused that drive in you to just say, you know what, forget it, I'm just going to start over, head up, chest out?
I think it was going to the strip. I went to the strip club for 7 days straight and got drunk. But it was the 7th day when I was like, all right, this is enough. Let's go back to work.
Yeah.
But it had depressed me though.
Yeah.
Because like you worked hard to get to 200K.
Yeah.
I mean, where I'm at now is like a whole different level. But in that moment, like just to have 200,000 people that just love you. And then for somebody just to come in, it's almost like somebody like you buy a house and somebody just come in your house and rob you for everything that you got. So I was like depressed and I was going to the strip club for 7 days straight. And then that 7th day, I was like, all right, it's time to like start this shit off and get back to the grind.
Yeah.
For sure.
Honestly, I think that's important though, because sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to just really make it to the top.
No, for sure.
For real. Sure. So would you say, because he's like kind of, you know how like Kevin Gates, he'll always say like going to prison was like the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, that prison is like really.
That's a crazy person. That man's crazy.
I know. We talked about that. He really scares me.
Yeah, that man's crazy.
Do you think? Now you made me lose my train of thought.
That man's crazy. I'd be like, you said what?
So do you think right with like hitting rock bottom and being in that dark space, do you think that those are the moments where you truly find yourself even though it's really uncomfortable?
Yeah, definitely. I think cause I watched the video with Will Smith earlier, like cause he said like you can get to the peak too.
Yeah,
of it
true.
all too. So it's a rock bottom and it's a peak.
That's true.
But rock bottom, I think maybe more of like the man I am today though, cause it's like ain't nobody coming to save you. Like I think a lot of people be waiting for people to come to save them, and they not coming. Like you just gotta go do what you're gonna do and believe that it's gonna work, right? And then if it don't work, then you gotta be able to like pivot to the next thing.
No, that's
like,
true.
So I didn't know that the internet was gonna work for me. The internet wasn't a thing. Like Instagram, like becoming famous off social media wasn't a thing when I started.
Oh yeah, no. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when we did it, we didn't know. We just tried it.
Facts.
And it worked. So it's like you got to just try it, and if it work, it work, and if it don't, you got to just pivot to the next thing.
Facts. Yeah. So what was your process of being monetized? Because I know in previous interviews you spoke on having 3-4 million followers, but you still weren't fully getting paid.
Yeah.
So at what point did you pivot to I have this engagement, I have this amount of followers. Okay, now it's time to start making some real money.
I think it was like when you separate yourself, because it was a few guys that had like 2 or 3 million followers like I did, but once I got to like 6 million, that's when the money started coming in. Like, all right, he's not in the same lane. I just had to separate myself from everybody else on the internet.
Yeah.
And that's when I started making a lot of money when I got to like 6 million followers for real. Might have been 5 million, but 6 million, like I started, the money got crazy. Yeah, I was able to move around a little bit.
So they say in order to make money, you have to spend money. But as you know, when you're on the come up, especially in this business, entrepreneurship, social media, you want to make sure that you're putting your money in the right places. Yes. So at what point did you decide, okay, it's time for me to obtain a social media manager. It's time for me to actually have a real team.
For me, it was when I got on Chance the Rapper album. Like when I went to Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do Chance the Rapper album.
Yeah.
And that's when I told my manager, I'm like, bro, you need to just start managing me.
Yeah.
I felt like that's when it was gonna start taking off. But yeah, when I went to go do You Don't Want Zero Problems, Big Fella, on Chance album.
Yeah.
That's when I first got a manager though.
So for someone, right, let's say they have like, I don't know, maybe like 800, 900 followers. Their engagement is pretty decent. They're still on the come up. Do you think for that pivot, do you think it's more realistic for them to obtain a team? Or do you think they should just stick to just posting, being consistent, and see what happens?
I think it's more like just being, because you don't want nobody to take you from what got you there until it's in a place to where you can't control it no more, right?
Yeah.
So like when I got to like 1 million followers and I knew that, all right, this works and this works, I know I can go grab a team, and if I don't feel like it worked and we talking all together, I tell them like, no, that's not gonna work for me, because I know it worked. But if you don't know exactly what works, stay by yourself until you know exactly what works for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what I did until I knew exactly what worked.
Yeah.
I just stayed by myself. Because if we all get into a meeting, hey, listen, you feel like how you feel, but I know for sure that's not gonna work for me. So I'd rather just stay by myself until I know exactly what works for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So in this business, as you know, networking is critical. And I remember 50 Cent saying something one time, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, if you're going to go up and talk to somebody, make sure it's not fluff. Like, make sure you actually, are saying something substantial. So, like, I know, you've had meetings with Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Mike Epps, Will Smith, like, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
What did you do to, separate yourself from everyone else and say, okay, yes, I'm big on social media. Yes, I have this engagement, but I'm also a business person. I'm here to, talk business.
I think just like what I have to go back to social media, just like what I was able to create, like as far as like the double words and just like the slogans, right? So that when I sat down with Jay-Z, the first thing he said to me was like, bro, you coming up with all these slogans with ease, and like these labels pay millions of dollars to like get to this place. And he's like, you doing this with ease. So he just wanted to pick my brain. So I feel like just being that guy did so much for me, like from the social media side of it all.
Yeah. So, people would say like, all right, you have one shot, you better take it or else. Where do you think what do you think would best suit someone's interest, and where do you think the line is drawn between, all right, I have something to say and I want to say it, but I'm a little bit nervous, versus, I could talk, but I'm not really saying nothing, but this is an opportunity. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like, because the world is different and it's sensitive, right? So you can't say too much of what you want to say, but I feel like if you got something that you really need to say and get out to the world, you should say it.
But you also don't want to sound stupid and waste people's time.
Though. You don't. But like certain people might sound crazy, but I feel like if you really got something that you want to say to the world, I feel like you should say it. Because and this comes from a guy that won't even say everything that he want to say, right? Because I know I won't say. I'd say it to my friends like in a closed setting, but if it's something that you feel like the world needs to hear, I feel like it should be said.
You think so, for real? Especially in this climate where like you say one wrong thing and it's like,
yeah, they cancel you, but
that's what I'm saying. Because it's like, for example, there are some people where, like, for example, Dave Chappelle, he don't give a damn.
He's been canceled already. He know y'all can't cancel me. No, I've been
exactly.
There's nothing else you can do to me because I've already lived it.
But then on the flip side, you got somebody like the Baby, where it's like, things happen.
He's been through some things.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, can you even draw a line, or does it just generally just depend on the person?
I just think it's just wording though. Like,
if
you would have worded certain things different, I think it would have been different. Like, in my personal mind, it's all about wording. You know what I'm saying? You got to fix your words.
So it's not what you say, it's just how you say it.
How you say it, for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's
Absolutely.
interesting. So Did thoughts of like self-doubt and like self-sabotage ever cross your mind whenever, it was your time to meet a particular person? Or did you just already have it in you like, hey, my time is my time. It's for me. No one can take it from me.
No. When it was time to meet Will Smith, I ain't know how to walk up to him. Just
Yeah.
like his people had to introduce me to him.
Yeah, I seen your interview on the Breakfast Club when
Yeah.
you said like even when it's time for y'all to shoot a video, that was like y'all was really like first time interacting with each other. There was no like pre-meeting before then.
So it was. I was like, bro, that's Will Smith. Can somebody introduce me to him? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That was like one of the first times I got like starstruck for real.
Was that like the only time or?
Snoop Dogg too. Snoop Dogg had me starstruck.
Yeah.
Me and LeBron James had me starstruck too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, so how do you carry yourself in that situation where it's like, okay, clearly you can be in touch with your emotions and say, oh damn, this is like so and so, but you can't show it externally.
Yeah, you like, all right, let me get my stuff together.
Yeah. At one point, did you ever find it difficult for people to take you serious as a comedian?
Yeah, the OGs of the world, like they don't care about like the younger guys who, like, cause we came up off the internet and we got famous fast, and then they had to still go to like the comedy clubs and be a part of that, cause like my OG who I run around with, like he showed me like, bro, we was like doing comedy for chicken wings. So for us to get famous as fast as we did, the OGs always didn't really care too much about like the guys that came from the internet. So I always had a certain respect for like the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the OGs, they really like, they had to really go to the comedy club and, hey, you about to perform for 20 minutes for 12 chicken wings. That's what you finna do. You ain't finna get no money, but you about to perform for 10 chicken wings quick.
That's insane. But Mike Epps has always showed you love though, right?
Mike, Kevin too, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
Cat Williams, yeah.
I'm sure you've had some type of, not like bad interactions, but just like, I don't really feel like I should take you serious because all you do is just post skits online.
Oh, you want me to tell you about those people?
Sure.
I don't have nobody.
That's a good
I
one.
respect people.
No, that's real. So I know like in your career field you have to post constantly. But what do you do to make sure that you're not experiencing burnout and that you're not like posting fluff content?
I don't do like I post a lot of fluff though. I really do. Like I be posting fluff.
But at least your
Just to
stuff
say-
is funny though.
Yeah, no, just to say you posted, like I be telling my manager, I'm like, bro, this fluff right here, this ain't shit. I ain't think about it, I just posted it, I just recorded it in the moment and then posted it. But when if I go do some shit like, all right, today I want to go viral, I know this is gonna go viral. But some days I do just post bullshit like.
But you don't do that constantly though, do you?
No, absolutely not. But some days you just, if I ain't posting like 8-9 days, I be like, all right, let me just throw something up. Which I know it ain't the sweetest shit, but we gonna just put it up there.
Has it ever made you like nervous or like form some type of anxiety in you when you hear people say like the lifeline for a social media comedian is like, really slim?
I done had people tell me to get my CDLs.
For real?
Like you've had a nice run.
Damn.
But sometimes you just like you don't appeal to everybody no more. I don't know. I just feel like you just got to keep on going. Like I done made 20 million people in the world laugh. Like collectively, I got 20 million followers. So you've done enough work throughout the last 10 years to make people love you and care about you. So I always tell myself whenever the hate outweigh the love, then that's when I give all this shit up. But
and I think you've done a really good job. Like what I asked you previously, like why you decided to pivot. Because some folks they're just like, well, I can just post and then that's it. My bills are paid. Yeah. But you're like, no, like it's important to.
That don't do enough for me. Like the bills will always be paid. That's not none of it. It's for me. It's about the legacy.
True.
I'm chasing the legacy now. I made the money. I made a lot of money, and I've drove the best cars. I want the legacy.
True.
That's what I'm chasing now.
So do you think it's more difficult being around people these days, or do you relatively feel the same after all these years?
Like just human beings in general?
Because how people say like, oh, success doesn't change you, it changes people around you, more money, more problems.
It didn't change me, but just like sometimes I do want to chill and just be with friends, but I don't care too much about like sitting and having like personal conversations with people for 30 to 40 minutes no more.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I don't go out my house. I just stay at home and just be there because I don't want the attention no more. I really don't. It was cool like to be famous early on and just get that attention. I don't enjoy it no more because I've lived it for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Do you feel burnt out or?
Yeah, I feel burnt out for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I'm burnt out for sure. Cause I got it so young. I was 22 years old when I first got famous.
Yeah.
I had $1 million at 23 years old.
Wow.
And I had 10 million by the time I was 27 or 28, somewhere in there.
But do you feel like you lost the passion for it? Or do you just feel like there's just new pinnacles that you just want to hit now?
A little bit that you lose the passion, you got to try to regain it.
Mm.
Yeah, I lost the passion a little bit.
But do you feel like you lost your spark as well for it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 2015 by 2020, I had did so much work. Then like right now in 2025, like it takes so much out of my brain to try to put some sweet content together. Like, cause I did everything early on. I wish I would have enjoyed it more though.
Really?
I wish I would have enjoyed it more though.
Do you feel like back then it was hard for you to be in the present because you were always just focusing on like what's next? How can I go viral? How can I connect with this person? How can I da-da-da?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Like everything was like more like an out of body experience. We're like, all right, we just doing it. We moving. Now in this place where I'm at now, what the tour I just finished with my guests was out of body experience, but like the internet is more like a place to where like, all right, we know what we have done on this platform. So now it just be hard to like create content. I enjoy watching the new guys like the Drewskis and
Really?
Jack Funnies.
Yeah.
But Drewski went and did an interview and said like how he started. Like if it wasn't for the Howard Davises of the world, he wouldn't be here. So I appreciate him saying that about me, and like just watching him do his thing. Like I'm a little older. Like I'm just because I've been doing it for so long. I ain't never took a break from it. Like 10 years of just doing nothing all day, 7 days a week, just creating content was crazy.
But do you feel like you want to hit new pinnacles and that could spark the excitement again, or do you just think you just need a break?
Probably just need a break for a little while.
A break?
Yeah, because I want to transition to TV. That's really was my goal, like to be a TV star. Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like once you get that break and then you recharge and you hit that new goal, do you think that excitement will come back, or do you still just feel like I've just pretty much done it all? There's not really any more for real.
I think like probably just taking a break probably will bring the excitement back, because it ain't exciting for me no more because I've done it all. Like I just wake up and it's just a job for me now. Like,
oh wow,
there's no excitement in the life for me no more. Like my manager
damn.
we don't have no fun with none of it no more because we had did so much. It was almost like, I don't know, like if you go out to eat, right, and then you eat everything that you want to eat, you're not gonna come back tomorrow and eat the same thing again. Like, I just felt like I was eating the same thing for so long to where it was like, all right, I'm full now. I got full off it. The desserts, the food, everything it was giving me.
So do you? I mean, because of course I know you're in a way different financial situation now previously than when you first started. But do you feel like you were more happier during those times, or just the grind and the come up?
Yeah, for sure. Because it was the mystery of it all.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know what you did. Like it was the excitement of the mystery. You ain't know what to expect on that side, but you was gonna chase it regardless.
Yeah.
And then once you finally get there, you like, all right, I got to the mountain. I'm ready to go back down. Ain't nothing up there.
Yeah. So what do you do for your mental health currently? Or like, are you big on that? Or are you just like, I'm just chilling?
I don't do a lot. I don't do a lot for my mental health, but I need to.
Yeah, I think you kind of sound like that.
Yeah, I need to. My mental health is more like just hanging out with the homies and like, come to the house, we watch the game or drink a little bit and we just have fun.
Because I know, like I said, like, touring is a lot within itself. I've never been on tour, but I can just imagine like it's a lot constantly. So it's like doing that, having to post on social media, having to take care of X, Y, and Z, that can become a lot. So I know like this break is really needed for you, but I mean,
it's exhausting. It's like an exhale for sure.
Yeah, not to put like my 2 cents in, but I think like it would be more beneficial for you to start incorporating things daily in your mental health, so you can get that spark back.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. Yeah.
But you don't do that though.
No, not in because I'm so busy. Like not in the current form. Like we still have fun. I wouldn't say that we don't have fun.
Yeah.
But it's like you want to get back to that place where like before you was famous, like in 2015, like everything was fun. Every moment was fun. Like I don't enjoy the moments as much as I should. You know what I'm saying? Or just live in the moment.
Yeah.
I just be there. I just be in the moment. I don't live in it.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta work on being present. Cause
you gotta just be. That's what I'm saying. Like work on just being present in the moment. Like we just all right. This the moment we gotta be here. Let's go do it.
So if you know it, why don't you do it?
Huh?
If you know that, then why don't you do it?
Because it's more of a job to me more than just like taking memories home with me. which I should.
Okay, so, cause like you do a lot of skits, commentary. You do a whole lot. So, do you think when you do those things, in a way, is it sort of therapeutic? Because like I said,
For what I give to the people?
yeah,
Absolutely, for sure. I do it for them.
yeah,
I get a lot of DMs from people who say like, "Hey, I was suicidal yesterday, but when I watched your content, you saved my life." So it's for the people. It's never for me. Like once I got to a place where people love me on that level, it all became about them. It was no longer about me. So anything that I do, always about the people.
yeah. And the reason why I asked that question is because I was watching some video and someone said that you know what your gift is when you can just do something just so easily, and to others it's be like the most hardest job in the world.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's why I asked, because I'm like, you have a gift, and I know that you have a gift,
Yeah.
but that's kind of like, I mean, and I'm glad you're being transparent, because that's really important, that it just doesn't feel that exciting anymore. But I feel like if you practice being present and mindfulness every day, I feel like that would change.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick segment called WWHD.
Wait, what that mean?
What would haha dicks do?
You gotta ask what that mean, right? What does that mean?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, right? And then you gotta tell me what you would do in that situation.
All right, cool.
Okay, you invite someone you like to church, but you don't really disclose the fact that you have a girlfriend. Now both women are looking at each other like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
What do you do?
We all should just pray about it. We should go find somewhere to pray about it at. We finna be a throuple. You know what a throuple is?
Yeah.
3-piece couple.
Don't you think you should have been honest and said, "Hey, I have a girlfriend," from the beginning?
What if my girl and her want this though?
No, they don't.
That's not a thing?
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
I made that up.
Yeah, you did. That's crazy. Okay, so you in a relationship, but you starting to catch feelings for your work girlfriend. What's your next move?
It's time to figure out a way to get fired.
What?
Cause this finna go down.
No. Wait, but okay, do you think it's possible to have feelings for two people at the same time?
Yeah.
No, but don't you think
I think that's more of a woman thing, more of a man thing. Cause we don't like most men. We not gonna have feelings for two different women. We gonna love you, but we gonna do what we do on the side. But women, y'all have feelings for not you personally, just women in general. Y'all have feelings for two different guys at the same time. Like how you love me and him at the same time. Which one of y'all? Who you love the most?
Okay, so you think? Do you believe in the 80-20 rule?
What's that? I've never heard of that.
You have your main girlfriend. She gets 80% of your time, but 20% you just do your own thing. You believe in that?
No, hell no.
Okay.
All right, 90-10. All right.
No. But do you believe in monogamy?
That's when you like it's multiple people, right?
No, that's polygamy.
That's polygamy. Okay.
Yeah. Do you believe in monogamy? One woman for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but she might not believe in that though.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Y'all get to listen. You know the saying that they say about like women get to fuck who they want and men get to fuck who they can.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's what I'm saying. So y'all can go out and be whoever y'all want to be with. I don't want to be the guy that got to stay at home and know for sure you can go out tomorrow and be with whoever. I'm cool. I don't want that.
That's crazy.
I don't want it.
But how you know your girl gonna do that though?
You don't.
Exactly.
Trust their women.
Bro, that's crazy. Okay, so it's mad late outside. Your girl is 45 minutes from the crib. She texts you. She's like, "Hey babe, it's real late. I'm super tired. I'm just gonna go crash at my bestie's house." Her bestie's a boy. But that's her brother though. Strictly platonic.
What time do he pull up to come grab the rest of your things?
For real.
Are you about to do what?
No, but it's platonic. Like, that's her brother. It's no feelings.
That's not a thing.
It is. That's her brother.
What time do he got like a U-Haul or a Ram truck? You want to back up to the house?
No, she's look, you 45 minutes. It's like 4:00 in the morning. You probably got something to do in the morning. I don't want to disturb you, so I'm just going to crash at his place.
That's where you stay now.
That's cool. Whoa.
That's where you stay now.
That's crazy. You supposed to have trust in your relationship.
What do you mean you about to spend the night at another man's house?
You supposed to have trust in your relationship.
That-
Wait, that's her brother. She's known him longer than she's known you.
I'm tossing and turning all night, baby.
That's crazy.
I don't know what y'all doing.
That's
I'm
her
good.
brother. No, you can't do that.
I don't believe in that.
Wow.
So this a straight man, right?
Yeah.
He don't get horny. You don't think he gonna try just because
That's like his sister. They've known each other for so long. Why would
they
he?
blood?
No.
Like his sister don't mean nothing.
No.
He gonna try it at some point.
You think so?
Yeah, or she come in drunk, she gonna try it.
No, I don't think so. You're supposed to have trust in your relationship.
I got $30 for a U-Haul. Come grab your thing.
That's crazy. Okay, so you're busy, right?
Mhm.
You at work, you working, you busy.
Yeah.
So your girl's about to go out.
Right.
And she's texting her friends, hey, what do you think about this outfit right here?
Right.
And her friend's also a boy, her brother. Is that a red flag for you? Or
Absolutely.
Really?
Why you ain't come ask me?
But you busy.
Hey,
And she wants multiple Wait. What's she pointing at me for?
Cause she trying to get the demon out of me. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm not. It's just questions.
No, for me, I wouldn't accept it.
Why?
Cause
But you're so busy working, and that's again, she's texting multiple people. It's her friends, and one of the people in the circle, that's just her brother, and she just wants to know how does this outfit look? That's it.
So she doing the whole turnaround. She's recording the video.
Yeah, how does this outfit look?
Yeah.
Like, does it look bad? Does it look good? Should I change?
How do your house look so y'all can move in?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm not the guy that go through. I don't go through phones.
Really?
Hell no. Whatever you doing, I always tell my girl, like, whatever you doing on the side, just don't let me find out about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, because I'm like, we humans at the end of the day. I can't stop you from doing what you're doing.
So if she cheats, you're not gonna leave?
If I don't find out about it, I can't leave.
Oh. But if you do find out, then you
Grab your things, baby. Grab your things.
Okay, so things have been going real smooth in your relationship with your girl, and you asked to see her phone, just on some casual stuff, and you notice a dating app is downloaded on there.
Yeah.
So what's your next move?
I'm gonna probably go through the dating app first, just to see. Like,
Why?
I want to see what type of nigga she like.
He said to say. Oh wait, no.
I gotta see what she like. What type of guy she like? Like my one-on-one, or does she like all the guys that look like me? I gotta see.
Oh.
'Cause why is he 6'5"?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm 5'7". Why is he 6'5"? The guys that you like.
But why do you have to go through the dating app though? You're supposed to have trust. Maybe she wants to just make new friends.
What? New friends is crazy.
Maybe she wants. No, you can do that on dating apps. You can make friends.
So you could be with somebody that go on dates, like, because a lot of people say dates is not like cheating. A lot of people believe like you go on a date with somebody else but got somebody at home, it ain't cheating. I feel like you cheating on me.
No, that's definitely cheating.
Yeah,
What the hell you going on a date for?
Yeah, so what you got a dating app on your phone for?
No, it's to be friends though.
Mm-hmm.
Friends, make friends.
Friends? What you need? I'm your best friend. What you need another friend for?
Yeah, but like you can have friends. You can have other friends.
I'm the only friend you need.
That sounds kind of toxic.
Yeah, I'm toxic.
No, that's not good. Okay, so last question. So y'all been in a relationship, everything's going smooth. She's like, hey, babe, I want to try something new, right? And she wants to bring another girl. And you're like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks later, she's like, hey, babe, that was so fun. I want to try something new. Now she wants to bring in a guy.
Yeah.
What's your response to that?
That's a personal problem. But I don't mind I'll be like more like an open relationship type of nigga, like, because I'd rather you tell me about it than just go do it.
Open relationship?
Yeah.
Like Monique and her?
Yeah,
man?
You just protect yourself.
You like, oh, really?
Don't bring me nothing back.
Really?
Yeah. Don't bring me nothing back.
So you're okay. So you're cool with threesomes if it's with a girl, but if she wants to bring a guy in, then you're not.
I'm not gonna watch you break my lady back. Y'all gotta do that on your own time. You're not gonna break my lady back.
But what? Okay, because a lot of guys say that. But what's the difference between a girl and a guy in that type of situation?
Huh? You know what the difference is? He got a long leg.
No, but still, like if it's, you know, the whole purpose of y'all getting together is to have sex, then what's the difference if it's a guy or a
Cause
girl?
what if I ain't got what he got?
Yeah, but it's just to have fun though.
I'm saying, what if he packing more than what I'm packing?
It's just to have fun.
I'm just gonna record. Y'all go ahead.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, and on that note, yo. And on that note, hi Davis, thank you so much.
Here, I appreciate it.
Yeah, this was really, really amazing. This was super, super insightful. So you guys already know what to do. Make sure you guys follow Haha Davis on all social media platforms at Haha Davis, and make sure follow us at From the Block Podcast. Period.
Yes, ma'am. Talk that talk.